Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Hyper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, breaks free to the 25 to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this hump day edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. If you're not following us on Facebook, what? Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page, go to Shawn and Maya in the morning, like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell that's right next to it. And that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, come on. Please don't tell me you didn't know we had a mobile app. You should know by now. What you probably missed. Listen, we have a mobile app. So go wherever you get your apps from. It doesn't matter where you get them from, whether it's iTunes or Google Play or Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Woolworths, Weebolts, Gold Blast. It doesn't matter. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it. You take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, and not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on our Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, pardon moi, do us this favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel right to your television. Put it there next to the big boys: Netflix, Hulu, TV, Apple Plus, Prime, HBO, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus. You been watching the new episode or the new season of Tulsa King? I have not, but I was told that a good friend of mine, a good friend is getting a lot more screen time. He was in 1 or 2 episodes last year. And I guess he's getting more screen time. So I'm happy for my guy, no pun intended, Guy Narduli is the guy's name. I played against him a lot and played with him for 1 season. When we were with the Chargers. But he moved out to Hollywood years ago and been in a lot of movies. He's gotten a lot of work, which is good to see, and he's getting a lot more work here. And the Tulsa King. So look for Guy Narduli. Gaetano was his name, but the guy, he goes short for Guy. Hey, Guy, forget about it. Oh. But anyway, download Sports Zone Chicago's channel. It's on the big screen, and you can check us out. Have it on the big screen, right? Vicky now. Oh, well, my junior and I played with Guy on the Chargers. He says Guy has been in every episode. Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome. Or you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. You want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host Maya Kai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram, follow her at Maya_Kai. It's MAYA_AKAI. Man, we have a lot to talk today, man. And I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. All right. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. And like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check out the chat, because the chat is jumping already. That's what I'm talking about. Plank jumping in early. It's Plank. Good morning, Shawn. Sports owners. I have meetings this morning. I have to catch this on replay. Bear down, baby. So when you check it out on replay, good morning or good afternoon, Plank, whatever time you're able to check it out. Cornelius Squalls in the house. What up? My man Cornelius Squalls. Patty Laura in the house. Good morning, Patty. She says hello to me, Plank, and Cornelius. Thank you very much. My man Junior. He said, Guy's been in every episode. Dude, that's awesome. I love it. That's our friend Guy Narduli. I got to be in a movie with him. He did a movie last year, and I was an extra in the movie. You couldn't see me. The scene was dark. We were in the bar. I had my back to the camera. I'm like, oh, that's me. That's me. I've been in a few movies now, at TV shows. So I was in Ali, the one with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, the biop of Muhammad Ali. That was years ago. I was like, when did Ali come out? Let's check it out. Did that come out before? Did that come out before? I don't want to kind of erase what I have here. Trying to figure out when they came out. Because yeah, it was crazy because I think it was teaching at the time, 2001. Holy cow. So that's when I was in it, 2001. Holy sheesh. But we went to the old Tiger Lounge, which was a furniture store at the time, over on 71st or 71st, 79th. Anyway, they rented it out, cleared all the furniture out, and made it look like a nightclub again. And that's where Muhammad Ali met his first wife, and that was Jada Pinkett in the movie. But that was crazy. That was a long, long day at the office. Whoo, Charlie. That was a long day at the office. We had to be there at like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. We had to meet at the Sears. Right off of the Skyway. Parking there right by CVS. And then they transported us to, it was an apartment across the street. Across the street, they rented out an apartment above a storefront. And they had us in there almost all day. We got there in the morning. We had breakfast. They had breakfast for us there. We sat there for hours. They brought us lunch. And then we finally got in. It was a long, 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 long day. I remember. But if you guys have ever been in a TV show filming or a movie filming, man, they're long days, especially if you're an extra. Whew. I was in Chicago Fire, extra TV show as well. And they actually didn't get me on camera. So it was interesting. This is like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Anyway, I didn't have, they said if you had a car, they just didn't want a black car. They said any other cars. So I brought my car in. I had a Ford, wasn't a Taurus. It was a Impala, I think. And so the studio is over right across, right by Douglas Park, like 18th and like, not even 18th, like 16th, 15th, right off of Ogden. And like Fairfield, Washington in there, Tallman. That's where the set is. Cine Space Studios, I think it is. And so we're there. They fed us. They told us not to talk to the cast. They said don't talk to them. So they fed us breakfast. They had a big room for us breakfast. You saw all the cast of Chicago Fire in there eating and stuff like that. And then we were walking into Molly's. And Molly's is a set. So you see the bar, it's a set. So we're walking through, and they're like, okay, we want certain people. So I walked through, and there are two young ladies behind me. And so, to being the gentleman that I am, I just held the door for the ladies to go in, and then I try to walk in after, like, yeah, we're good. That's enough. I was like, dude, I just held the door for these ladies to go in, and I should have been in the scene. Like, I was mad as anything. He's like, if we need you, we'll let you know. I was like, you son of a bitch. So they had me go back to the room where we ate. I stayed there all day. Then they moved us out to they rented a bar. Actually, it was an apartment on the corner that they made look like a bar. And my car was in the scene. So those was a long day. So if you've ever been in movies, those are long days, man. Long days. Pay was all right. You're an extra. You get like $100, $200, something like that. But anyway, Levette Lee in the house. Good morning, Mama. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. King Book of World, what's up? Salute right back at you, baby. Well, Shawn Walls, what up on a House Music Monday morning? No, it's not House Music Monday. Hey, you been drinking, Michonne? You been drinking, bro? What the hell? House Music Monday. Today's hump day. And I thought of you. I didn't go to CrossFit this morning because the workout was this: 50 burpees, 200 double unders, 50 burpees. I'm like, oh, hell no. Your boy's not doing 100 burpees in the morning. I wouldn't have made it. King Booker World says, I'm off. I'm home, and immediate acting a fool can commence. Oh, my goodness. Anyone else? He said, my uncle was in Running Scared. He was one of the guys playing basketball that Gregory Hines and Billy Crystal messed with. Oh, that's dope. That's another great movie filmed in Chicago. There's a lot of great movies filmed in Chicago. A lot of great movies. I love it. Mr. Shode, good morning, baby. How you doing? The Vet Lees, I saw them when they were filming Running Scared. That was a classic movie. What was the... I'm trying to... It's a theme song. Sweet Freedom. There you go. That's right. I remember the part where the Gregory Hines runs out in his boxers and boots and shooting at someone. But Sweet Freedom is a theme song from Running Scared. That was a classic movie. Shorty, my wife was a film accountant for 25 years, so I know. Oh, dude, that's crazy. Wow. The things we find out here. That is nuts. And Mr. Shorty says her last 5 movies were Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Captain America, Civil War, Avengers, Endgame, Infinity War. Wow, dude, that's crazy. And then Junior says, Tony, who's a regular in Chicago Fire, is the next Charger. I do know that. I remember that. Yeah, he's in all the episodes as well. He's getting a nice little paycheck. Well, yeah, listen, I don't know a lot, but I do know this. More the usual suspects will. chime in as the show goes on. Dude, this is crazy. Junior knew the song Sweet Freedom. My 15 minutes is I'm currently in a AAA commercial that's been in rotation for the past year. No way. That's awesome, King Book of World. Oh, dude. So I have to see what channels has it been on? Because I'll try and see. I'll keep an eye out. That's funny. And Mr. Shorty said, my wife also worked on Batman Dark Knight in Chicago. One of the guys I played with on the Thunder was in Dark Knight. He's one of the cops that's looking up. He's looking up in one of the scenes and everything. It was pretty crazy. Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome. I love it. I love it. We got a lot to talk, baby. We got a lot to talk. I know we could talk movies all day, TV shows all day, but we're going to talk some sports. We have a lot to talk. We got Bulls. Today is the start of the Bulls season. The Bulls kicked the season off today. You see, I'm wearing my Bulls gear. I'm fired up. Woo! These shooting jerseys. That is awesome. That is I'm fired up about the Bulls. They're not going to be very good, but that's okay. That's all right. Basketball is back in the city. We got some youngsters I'm looking forward to. We're going to talk about that. Blackhawks in action last night. We're going to talk about that. The NBA kicked off. Some history was made over in Tinseltown. That was pretty wild yesterday to see that. That was pretty dope. So we're going to talk about the history that was made at crypto.com arena. Yeah. So, and then we got Bears to talk. A lot of Bears stuff. Bears. And then we got World Series starting on Friday. Oh, there's going to be a programming change on Friday. I'll be coming on in the afternoon. I have something that came up that I cannot move. And then I'm not going to bump Lakina and Sydney because they're on from 12:15 to 2:15. So I'll probably go on at 2:30 on Friday. Just FYI. All right, I'll probably be afternoon on Friday. Just a heads up. I'll remind you again. Steve-O, do me a favor. Just if you can create a little flyer that says I'll be on, that Shawn and I will be on 2:30 p.m. on Friday, October 25th. 2:30. It should be 2:30 to 4:30. All right. So you just create one and put it up in the cloud. I appreciate it. The drive. I appreciate it. But yeah, so Friday I will be I'll be on in the afternoon. But man, it doesn't stop us from having a lot. We have a lot to talk today. I'm really, really, really fired up. Yeah, Sweet Freedom, Michael McDonald. Dude, is it me or Michael McDonald always gets invited to the cookout? Because man, his soulful voice. If you didn't know he was white, you'd think he was black. If you never saw him, you'd be like, oh, that's a black dude singing. Soulful voice, man. Like the song with him and Patti LaBelle, On My Own. Come on, man. Yeah. But Shawn, yes, it will be in the afternoon. Oh, you didn't know he was white. See what I mean? You see what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna be there. That's right. Another song from Michael McDonald. Man, he's got that smooth voice, man. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Oh, he didn't know until I keep forgetting. Oh, that's the Regulator song, the one the Regulator sampled. Yeah. Have you seen the mix up with I keep forgetting and Regulators? How they actually have a video of it, but the song because they sample that for regulators. And man, that is, Google it or go to YouTube and check that out. It's pretty tight. That's a pretty tight mix up. Whoever did that was dope. Jay Grizz in the house. Good morning, Papa. Oh yeah, you're getting into my. You're getting that. You just jump in. You jump right in, dog. Both feet in, dog. I hear you. Oh, dude, that's crazy. That's hilarious. Things will never be the same again. I keep forgetting. Oh man, that's classic. That is classic, man. Wow. Well, listen. So we got a lot to talk. Let's get right to it, man. We got a lot of Bears talk too. A lot of Bears talks at the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to talk a lot of Bears. But guys, you know how we do the first segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
First top of the morning topic. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? You know which way we go. Action that happened last night. This was a rough one, baby. A rough one. The Blackhawks fell to the Vancouver Canucks 6-3. And yeah, it was a rough one for the boys. All right. Mrazek stopped 24 of 30 shots. Donato scored his second goal of the season. Tyler Hall, his second goal of the season. And Bertucci scored his second goal of the season. Assists of the night were Dickinson his first, Vlasic his third, Connor Murphy his second, Captain Foligno his first, and Seth Jones his sixth on the season. Yeah, it was a little rough for the boys. You know, Mama said there are going to be days like this. And last night was definitely one of those days. You know, but the defense, according to Ben Pope in the Times today, the defense was the issue. And that's the situation that I always have is that defense. Oh, shoot. Ouch. Yeah. So let's see. What's the next top of the morning topic? The next top of the morning topic, the Blackhawks. They host the Predators. Wow, what the hell? I can't even speak this morning. They host the Predators on Friday at the United Center. Puck drop is at 7:30. Actually, you can catch that game on ESPN Plus or Hulu. Man, look at all these leagues are going to streaming services now. Dude, that's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Puck drop is at 7:30. As I said, you can ESPN Plus or Hulu, or you can listen to it on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. Yesterday was the first time that I'd seen Connor Bedard frustrated. If you missed it, they had a shot of him on the bench, slamming his stick on the wall and breaking his stick. Actually, he was frustrated. The first time I had ever seen him frustrated. He's always been calm, cool, and collected. And man, it was frustrating to see. You know, it happens. Don't get me wrong, it happens. You know, but there's just the first time that, you know, you got to remember, usually these stars, like, they're not used to losing. All right. And when you lose a lot, it takes its toll. That's something that people, that generational talents, superstars, or, you know, have to get used. I don't say get used to, but they have to deal with something. And that's something that they haven't in a long time ever, because they're probably the best and they're the reason that their teams win. So when you get to a new situation, when you get to the highest level, and all you've done is won your entire career, mainly because of you, and you get to that level and you're not experiencing the same success that you had all the way up, every level up to this point, it can get frustrating. It can get frustrating. Believe you me, when I hit Holy Cross, that was a little eye-opening. You know, I had been you know, as Catholic League Player of the Year at St. Rita, you know, in grammar school, 6th grade and 8th grade, we went undefeated. Won the Southwest Conference championships there. Freshman year at St. Rita, we won the freshman league title. 7-0, 8-0. We beat Mount Carmel last game, 6-0. You know, so I'm used to winning. I'm used to being a main part of the reason we're winning. And when I got to Holy Cross, they're like, sit down, freshman. You're good, but sit down. You got Willie Bradford here, who bench presses 400 pounds. He's 5'9". Dude, Willie Bradford was the 5th-year senior. Actually, he ended up doing 6 years because of a medical injury and redshirt. Dude, this dude was 5'9", easily benched 400 pounds. He was chiseled out of stone, dude. Chiseled. Actually, he was 33 when I got to Holy Cross. He was number 33. So I had to wait 2 years so he left before I can get 33. So I got to that level. That was Willie Bradford. Oh, yeah. By the way, there was Joe Segretti, who, when Willie Bradford went down the year before, had 900 yards in 6 games. Oh, and then after that, there was Jerome Fuller, who broke the single season rushing record at Holy Cross my junior year, his senior year. Yeah. So it's frustrating. And not to mention the speed and everything else is different. The size. I mean, I was smaller. I mean, yeah, I did the workout program, but I hadn't been in the workout program like 2 or 3 years like some of these guys. So Connor Bedard was frustrated. It's understandable why he was frustrated. So, but we'll see how they do Friday. I'm sorry, tomorrow, Friday night at the United Center against the Nashville Predators. See, I have a problem with Nashville because those sons of bitches. Remember, we had so many good playoff series against those guys when we were in our prime, and they're trying to get there. They couldn't get over the hump. Nashville was one of the first places. I don't know if they were the first, but I know they are one of the first organizations that prohibited people from Illinois from buying tickets to the game. When you bought them on Ticketmaster, if you had a Chicago or Illinois zip code, they wouldn't allow you to buy tickets. Because the problem was, if you remember, there were so many Blackhawk fans buying great tickets. There were so many Blackhawks fans buying glass seats on the glass, like right on the glass. So it's a Nashville home game, but you're seeing a lot of people in Blackhawks jerseys in the glass. And they didn't want that. They didn't want it. They didn't. And I thought, but I just thought that was kind of shitty. Like, wait, I can't buy it because I'm from here. I'm like, there has to be some law you're breaking. I'm not stealing it. I'm just trying to pay for a ticket. And they said if they found out that you had season tickets and you sold them to a Chicago person, someone from Chicago, they were going to cancel your season tickets. Dude, that's what, Trashville. Yeah, Nashville Predators. I got no respect for them, dude. That pissed me off when I heard that. Yeah, I heard a couple years ago during the Hawks run. Oh, not a couple of them, like 10 now. 8 to 10, but still, that was kind of crappy, man. That was really, really crappy when you couldn't do that, man. Yeah. What is? Well, we got all the. Mr. Shorty said, can we talk about the NFL greed? Why the hell am I paying over $300 a year for NFL Sunday ticket and they play 2 Monday night games, one of which I cannot watch on Netflix? Yes. Yes. Because the NFL is all about money, bro. That's it. I told you. Was it 300 or 400? 300 or 400? I don't. I want to say. Here. Here we go. How much will each team make? Come on. So the estimated NFL revenue for the 23-24 season was $20 billion. There we go. Come on, you tell him you. I remember I told you guys before, but I didn't. Yeah, I know it's over 300 mil. I don't know if it's 400 mil yet. This is in 23. This article I'm looking at right here, and it said it was 3. So it's right around 300 million, and it's only going to go up with all these streaming things. It's all about money, man. It's all about money. So each team makes over $300 million a year. 31 of the teams, and then the other one is owned by Green Bay, or the town it's owned by shareholders. But yeah, they got Prime that they're playing on. They have now Netflix. They're on a Christmas. Dude, that's crazy. That is insane. Yeah, sure. Yes, tell King Book of World. Yes, that's. Yeah, shorty. You got to move back to Chicago just to watch the Bears game. That's it. Oh man, that's dope. That's crazy. Listen, let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll finish up with the top of the morning topic. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Many will hear the calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds. help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Garland on the left flank. There's Pedersen in front. Big save. Mrazek on a chance by Hoglander on the back door.
Okay, but let's take a look back at Peter Mrazek, who was under fire just then. It's tic-tac-toe passing.
Support to come from the bench. Plays it in deep for Suter. There's a shot. Another big save by Mrazek on that chance.
Save that right pad down on Hoglander, and then again.
Classic pinching down the boards. He'll put it behind the net. Play it in front. Donato scores!
Classic pinching along the wall. It's a board battle this time. Nice physical play by Dickinson, and Vlasic comes in, keeps the play alive, moves it over to Dickinson, and a diving one-handed, backhanded pass from below the goal line. Dickinson stays with it, and Donato, knee down, back of the net.
One time to pass the goalie. I like that. Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network, the new network they have on. That's the new network for the Blackhawks, Sox, and the Bulls. Yeah, Blackhawks, Sox, and the Bulls. Anyway, keeping it up. Let's see where we're going. The next top of the morning topic. The Bulls. Only the Bulls. The Bulls open the season tonight against the New Orleans Pelicans down in Knowledge. The Big Easy. Tip-off tonight is at 7 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network as well, or listen to it on their flagship station, 670 a.m. A lot of questions. We're going to talk some Bulls, a lot of Bulls in this half hour after we finish top of the morning topics. We have a lot of Bulls to talk, so let's keep it moving a little bit until we get to that. Next top of the morning topic, man, history was made yesterday in L.A. Let's check it out. LeBron James doing it again.
All ready? All right. You see the intensity, right? Just play carefree, though. Don't worry about mistakes. Just go out and play hard.
Gets the ball to Dalton Connect, and they knock it out of bounds. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this.
For the Lakers, LeBron James and Bronny James, both in the lineup.
NBA history at Crypto.com Arena. A father and a son playing together on the same court as teammates. 39-year-old LeBron, 20-year-old Bronny.
You have accomplished many milestones. You have made history countless times. Why is this feat so special?
It's family. It's always been family over everything. And, for me, I lost a lot of time because of this league and committing to this league, being on the road at times, missing a lot of his things, Bryce's things, Zuri's things. So to be able to have this moment where I'm working still and I can work alongside my son, it's one of the greatest gifts I've ever got from the man above, and I'm going to take full advantage of it.
Well, man, those clips courtesy of TNT. And let me tell you something, that if you're a parent, and I'm not a parent, I don't have any kids that I know of. So, but if you're a parent and you have to work, I've talked to my mom a lot about it. And I've had other friends who have been in that situation. When you have to work and your inability to make some of the events of your kids, it's crazy. Okay. It's crazy. And it's painful, but you understand that needs to be done. That sacrifice has to be made for them to do what they're doing. Okay, when you move to a new neighborhood like we did, Mom worked 2 jobs. All right, so she couldn't catch my basketball games during the week, all right, because she was working. She very rarely, I don't know if she ever missed a football game, grammar school or high school. Okay, because she was off. She always made sure she was off on the weekends, especially during football season. But for LeBron James, think of all the Christmas games that he had, that the Cleveland Cavaliers had, or the Miami Heat had, okay, or the Lakers had. And you can't, and you're not home, you're on the road. So you're missing Christmas with your kid, and you don't go the day of, you're probably the day before, the 2 days before. So you're gone at least Christmas Eve. And if you have kids, you understand how important it is to be there throughout the year. And I hear you. It's not NBA history, it's NBA nepotism. Yeah, I agree. Okay, but also here's the thing. It's also good now that a person of color is able to get his son in because of his name, because of what the father has done. It's going on throughout society, throughout the history of this country, with other cultures. Okay, they've had the cachet to get it done. So I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking them. It takes a lot of power. You had to do a lot of, you had to put in a lot of work to get to that level where you can get your son in, because hell, Mike's son didn't even get in. I don't know if Mike wanted it, but Mike's son didn't even get in. Didn't even get drafted. But I don't think that was anything that was on Michael's radar. This was on LeBron's radar. All right. We know people who they get corporations. They step in immediately and take over for their parents' company and corporations. Yeah, I hear you. He's not an NBA talent, but there are other people who take over corporations who aren't ready either. Okay, who aren't ready either. So I'm okay with it. He'll probably get sent to the G League, and that's fine. But it was cool for one moment. No, you said Mike's son sucked. No, Jeffrey didn't suck. Marcus didn't suck. Marcus was the one. Jeffrey wasn't that good, but Marcus, the kid who went to Whitney Young, yeah, he was good. Whitney Young in Central Florida, yeah, he was good. And what was crazy in here, Shawn, you hit it right in the head. All right, you hit it right in the head. It's already been done in baseball, and they were there yesterday. This was pretty cool. The Griffeys, Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. were the first father-son duo to play in a game together in any sport. That's dope. Okay. Ken Griffey was part of the Big Red Machine, along with Pete Rose, who just passed recently. God rest his soul. And the kid was something else. If injuries didn't take the best years of him, man. And I thought this was a really cool picture. A really cool picture. Jay Grizz is a full-time single parent of an 8-year-old son and a 10-year-old baby girl. I just know now this year started leaving them at home after school so I can go to work, and I feel guilty all the time. Yeah. So you get it completely. And yes, and people don't understand that, yes, LeBron's making millions and billions of dollars and but there's still nothing like being there with your kids. There's still nothing like being there with your kids. And, he did. He gave a lot. He sacrificed because he had to be the face of the league. He sacrificed, and his sacrifice led to this. His sacrifice led to him being able to get his son in and drafted. Not just get drafted, the second round. So he might not have elite talent, but he's got talent to be there. All right? He's got talent to be there. So I'm okay with it. I know a lot of people are not. But he's worked himself to a situation where he's able to do that. And that's progress. That is progress. So say what you want about him. You don't gotta like him. A lot of people don't. But hey, hats off to him and what he's doing, and his school, his the donating of time and supplies and resources to kids. Yeah, dude, come on. Off the court, man, LeBron has done so much for this for the community, for the culture. And hats off to him. Hats off to him big time, because many athletes don't. Many athletes don't, and for a long time, people thought Michael didn't give back. And it's interesting how people would jump on MJ. He didn't get back. You don't do this. You don't do that. See, we grew up in different eras. Michael didn't grow up in the social media era. Luckily for him, because Lord knows all the stuff he was doing. Ooh, Charlie. But Mike did a lot. All right, in this era now, everything has to be social media. Has to be. Okay. It's and then people won. Who was it? Jewel? Was it the Jewels that Michael sued? There's a promotion. I forgot who it was. That used Michael's name or his image or something, and he sued him and won. And he just gave all that to charity. It's like, I don't need this. I mean, Mike he didn't need it. It's just like, you don't use my likeness without permission. All right, and then he built if you Google all Michael Jordan's contributions, you'd be like, holy shit, he did all this. This was before the hospitals that he just built in North Carolina. This is before those. I think he's got 2 or 3 hospitals. He's built hospitals that are federally funded or privately funded. Okay, to help people who don't have insurance, who typically don't have insurance. So it's all for like Cook County Hospital. All right, he built those back in and around his hometowns. One in his hometown, and I forgot where the second one was. So, yeah, Mike does a lot. He just doesn't do it on social media because that's not the era he grew up in. So I get it. Not just yet. Next time, I want to talk about the World Series, baby. The Fall Classic. I am fired up for this. Fall Classic. The World Series begins on Friday in L.A. Garrett Cole's on a bump for the Yankees. The Yankees and the Dodgers. Los Dodgers. The Yankees and the Dodgers. Garrett Cole's on a bump for the Yankees. He's 9-5 on the season. He goes up against Jack Flaherty for the Dodgers, who was 13-7. First pitch is at 7:08 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that on the whole series on Fox, or listen to it on ESPN Radio in Chicago, or probably all across the country. But here in Chicago, it's AM 1000. Speaking of the Yankees are going for number 28. Going up against the Dodgers. And speaking of the Dodgers, man, this hurt me. The next top of the morning topic, Fernando Valenzuela. LA Dodger pitching legend Fernando Valenzuela, El Toro, passed away at the age of 63. He's the first and only player to win the Rookie of the Year and Cy Young Award in the same season in 1981. He was 20 years old? Yeah. He was 20 years old when he did that. Because his birthday's in November. His birthday is in November. If you remember that time, you'll remember this. Fernando Mania. It was crazy. It was insane. And let me tell you, it meant so much. Yeah, he debuted late in 1980, but in 81, that was Fernando Mania. He won his first 8 starts. Fernando won his first 8 starts. 5 of them were shutouts. 5 of them were shutouts. He had a 13-7 record with a 2.48 ERA. But don't forget that season was shortened by the strike. And as I said, he became the first and only player to win the Cy Young and Rookie of the Year. All right. The Dodgers also won the World Series that year. And it was great. He ended up going on to hit, 10 home runs, I want to say? 10 career home runs. And Tommy Lasorda would use him as a pinch hitter sometimes. That's how crazy that was. You know? It was crazy because he meant so much to the Mexican culture. All right, he meant so much to the Mexican culture. All right, especially because there's such a huge Mexican population in LA for obvious reasons. You're right by the border. Okay. But man, his unorthodox style, his wind up. Remember, he would always look up to the sky. If you recall, if you're old enough to recall, he would look up to the sky when he was delivering. He worked on the screwball. Man, that's crazy. He died at the age of 63. 63. That's nuts. That's nuts. So, rest in peace. Descanse en paz, señor. Yeah, and I liked watching him. You know, it wasn't, again, I was a Sox fan, but the Fernando Mania swept the country like a forest fire. And man, it was awesome. You know, they didn't say what this year. He'd been hospitalized for an undisclosed illness. The Dodgers announced that he would not be in the broadcast booth for the remainder of this year to focus on his health because he was working for the Dodgers. And then he just passed away yesterday. However, there is a tribute to him is planned for the 2024 World Series, which I think is dope. Which I think is really dope. But to have for the Mexican culture, you know, to have somebody, one of their own, on a national stage, and let's get it straight. Like, there's a lot of colorism in the Hispanic community. Okay, a lot of colorism. If you look at Fernando Valenzuela, he's more mestizo. He's more of like an Indian native type. His skin tone, his heritage. Like Mexicans run from blonde hair, blue eyes to like Canelo, all right? Red hair to a little darker. One of my good friends, Caesar's he's darker than me. All right. Then you have the mestizos, the Inca warriors, you know, people who were indigenous to the area. And then you have the Afro Mexicans from the slave trade who were in Veracruz and Oaxaca. All right. And to see someone, and a lot of times, if you ever watched the Mexican novelas, like growing up, you know, with the Mexican novelas, it was always the lighter Mexicans. Sometimes they weren't even Mexican. They were just lighter, blonde hair, blue eyes. And fair skinned, and to see some and the darker Mexicans were always looked down as the working class. Okay, this is colorism in Mexico, in the Latin community, really. And to see one of the darker Mexicans on the national stage, taking the world by storm, it meant a lot to the culture because there's so many, people, so many mestizos, so many Mexican people who are indigenous, and he looks like them. And to see one of your own, someone who looks like you on TV, taking the country by storm, it's a proud moment. It's a proud moment. I mean, all Mexicans were proud. Okay, but especially the indigenous ones, it hit a little hard. It hit a little deeper because of the colorism that they face in their own country, to be honest with you, in their own country. So Fernando Mania was awesome. And to be alive at that time, it was nuts. Yeah, it was a great, great time. Again, rest in peace. Descanse en paz, Fernando, because that was an awesome time to be back in the day, when there weren't 35 streaming channels. You didn't have to buy NFL package to watch games, and you'd catch the World Series on regular TV. You still do it now, but it's a much simpler time. And it was Caesar, yeah. Oh boy, he was called El Toro. You're right. Indios, yeah. And definitely Salma Hayek. But she's not all Mexican. She's Mexican and Syrian, I want to say. Middle Eastern, somewhere. Yeah. Bruja 7, what's up, baby? Checking in. I appreciate you. Cornelius Squall is the foundation of modern Western. Yeah, it is. It is. And that's why he was such a hit, because of the Indios, the darker, the indigenous Mexicans, the huge population of indigenous Mexicans. He represented them. He represented them, and it was crazy to see. A person who looked like them taking a nation by storm all over, you couldn't go anywhere and they weren't talking about Fernando Valenzuela. There's nowhere. This dude was 20 years old. 20 years old when he did this, when he was a Rookie of the Year and a Cy Young Award winner. 20 years old. What the hell were you doing at 20 years old? I was in college. King Booker World, you are stupid. Salma Hayek is the only woman besides Camila Cardoso that can also divorce me. Hey, I ain't mad at you, dog. I ain't mad at you. Oh, Desperado, From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, Salma. Lebanese, you're right. Thank you. She's Lebanese. She's Mexican and Lebanese. Thank you. But yeah, I hear you. Salma Hayek, Ed Norton. Hats off to you, because he dated her for a long time. She was dating Ed Norton. A long time they were together. King Booker will say, you've been in love with her since Dusk Till Dawn. You and a whole bunch of other people. You and a whole bunch of other people. That's crazy. Well, listen, let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, let's talk a little Bulls basketball, and then we're going to finish up the show with some Bears talk, because we have a lot of it to go through. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the Superback, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? excited, angry, overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Brian Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Lawrence to his left. He escapes. Looking for a first, won't get it. Clock winding down. Just get it off. Williams from his pocket. Flips it out to Johnson, who tips it to himself for another first down grab. Caleb is comfortable in this set. Williams over the middle. There's Roma Dunze. Takes it to midfield. After a slow start. Another quick throw. And there is none other than DJ Moore for their last 3 on 3rd down. There's Ingram. Makes a move, but he's going to be ruled shy.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those comes courtesy of the NFL Network. Those are our boys across the pond. Last time we saw them in action. Yes, baby. Yes, yes, yes. We were just done talking about Fernando Valenzuela and some other and a Mexican culture, and obviously you can't leave out Salma Hayek and my man King Book of World. Now she's married to some French punk. Yeah, I'm hating too, boss. I'm hating too. She's like 5 foot nothing. I don't even know if she's 5 feet. She might be 5 foot in heels. But Lord have mercy. Cornelius says King Book of World hating. Yeah, you know. Hey, I hear you. Oh man, that's nuts. So please excuse the landscapers. So I have my window open because it's nice out. I have a nice comforter. I sleep with the window open. So now the landscaper's right outside my room, blowing the leaves and the grass that they just cut. Thank you. Thanks, you psychos. But anyway, the Bulls start their season tonight in the Big Easy. And you know what? You see me, I'm fired up about it, baby. I got my shooting jersey on. I got my new Bulls hat. I'm fired up, baby. I'm fired up. And there's a lot of things that. Oh, you can't hear them? Okay, my bad. Maybe that's why I got a mic. There's a lot of questions. I got some questions for you people. We had Darnell Mayberry on the other day. We were talking Bulls. And who's the odd guard out? Like, this team is very guard heavy. Okay, it's very guard heavy. You have Zach LaVine. You got Kobe White. You got Aya Dosunmu. You have who just came back? Lonzo Ball. You have Josh Giddey. That's 5 guards right there. And the roster, here's who you have in the backcourt. You got Lonzo Ball, Javon Carter, Ayo, Chris Duarte, Josh Giddey, Zach, Taylor Horton Tucker, DJ Stewart, and Kobe White. Okay. DJ Stewart's the only one on a 2-way contract. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 guards. And your front court is Matas Bucelis, Torrey Craig, EJ Liddell, Julian Phillips, Adama Sanogo, Jalen Smith, Dalen Terry, Nikola Vucevic, Patrick Williams. And Sanogo and Liddell, they're on 2-way contracts. So, I mean, the only true center we have is Nikola, and he's not a rim protector. Well, that's my next thing. But odd guard out, like, there's time, minutes you got to get. Lonzo Ball, I mean, they're what, 15, 20 minutes? Is that what they're going to work him in? We don't know. Not going to play back-to-back, so the second game, there's a whole bunch of minutes there. But you got to get Ayo. You got the development of Ayo. Kobe White really stepped up last year. Josh Giddey. They just had the date just passed. The deadline passed for them to sign him, to re-sign his extension, his rookie deal. And they didn't do it because he would have cost about $30 to $40 million. But Josh Giddey hadn't showed he was worth it. And he even, when they asked him about it, he said, though those contracts are earned. And he said there's no hard feelings. He understands. But now, so what happens? I mean, are you moving forward with Josh Giddey? What about Lonzo Ball? I mean, you're in a tough situation. Those guys are both point guards. Lonzo, we obviously know the last time we saw Lonzo, the Bulls were the number 1 team in the East. Josh Giddey can't shoot a 3. And then Zach needs his minutes. They need to display him so they can trade him. Kobe White needs his minutes. I mean, you're going to go 3-4 guards and a big man in Vooch. But then where does Patrick Williams fit in? Has this guy decided? Has he developed? And Dalen Terry. Dalen Terry's more, to me, of an energy guy. And I like the way he's developed. Torrey Craig, he's your 3. You're a 3-point shooter. I mean, there's a lot of questions. I mean, Torrey Craig, he's a forward, I guess. But more like a big shooting guard, in my opinion. I mean, where are these minutes going to come from? If you go Josh Giddey, you got to have Zach LaVine. What about Kobe White? That's 3 right off the bat. And then Ayo, Ayo come off the bench. So will Lonzo. But Taylor Horton Tucker? A lot of question marks there. And then who protects the rim? All right. We don't have anybody who's intimidating back there. Like yesterday, the season opened. All right, like a Rudy Gobert on the T-Wolves. Like we have no rim protector. Vooch, his vertical leap is a piece of paper. What did you say, King of Book of World? He tripped jumping up on the curb. I mean, so the Bulls are in a situation. Here's one that who are the leaders on this team? Is it Zach because of his big contract? I would assume so. He seems to be taking the role. He seems to accept it. You know, the way in the press conference, and I think he understands it. Like the way he took over the press conference. Is he their leader? I don't see him as a true leader type. I could be wrong. Are people just following him because he has the big contract? I don't know. Who's the leader of this team? Is it Kobe White? I don't know. Who's going to step up as the leader of this team? I would say it has to be Zach. You got the biggest contract. You need to be the leader. Call me crazy. I don't know. I've been called worse. Definitely not Patrick Williams. I don't think it's Vucevic. Can't be Matelas. Matas Bucelis is only 19 years old, so I don't see anybody else. Dylan Terry, Julian Phillips, Torrey Craig. I don't see them. No. Lonzo Ball has been here for a cup of coffee, and then he got hurt. Hasn't played in 33 months, so I don't think he's the leader. I don't know if Io has it in him, his personality. Chris Duarte. Who's the leader of this team? Is it Zach? What about Lonzo Ball? What are your expectations for Lonzo Ball? It shows that he showed that he's okay with a day in between. Every other day, he's good. He already said no back-to-back. Do you expect him to hit 40% from the feet from beyond the arc? I hope so. It seems like they've already moved on from him. That's why they traded for Josh Giddey. Seems like they moved on from him. But here's the big question. Here's the $1 million question. What if the Bulls are much better than we thought with Lonzo Ball running the show? What if the Bulls are smack dab in a playoff hunt? God, I don't even want to say it, top of the East. What if they're number 3 or 4? Much better team. And I know we don't have anyone to protect the rim. I know we don't have any shot blockers back there. We don't have it. But what if we're still able to win some games? Led by Lonzo Ball. What if Zach LaVine's going off, becomes an all-star? Are you still going to want to trade him at the deadline or trade him as soon as possible when you have a good team like this? And you're so adamant about playoffs over a playoff team. We're in the playoffs. Oh no, you know what they say when they hit the play-in? We're in the postseason. They don't say the playoffs. They say the postseason. Because technically you're right. I don't know. Here's the thing. When you're in the play-in game, those are the playoffs. You have to win in order to advance. Those are playoffs. So when you say it's play-in, it's not the actual playoff. That is a playoff. But they say to play in, and you can't. Again, you can write your own story when you make the rules. But what do you want from Lonzo? What's going to happen? I really hope that this Bulls team comes out and balls out. I hope Lonzo, in every game that he plays, is a difference maker. Jay Gris says, no, Superback. Trust the process. Tank for flag. Tank for flag. King Booker Will says, I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of the whole play-in thing. Yeah, me either. All it is the money grab to get more. You can market it as postseason. It's just more teams in the playoffs. All right, you can charge more for ads for TV and things like that. It's all a money grab. So I don't know. I think this team's going to be a lot better than people think. I think they're going to be a lot better than people think. Lonzo Ball has a great basketball IQ. Okay? He's got a really, really high basketball IQ. And the thing I like about it is the fact that he's one of those guys that makes everybody better. If you want to see us get up and down the court, you're going to see us get up and down the court. Zach, you want to get out and run? You're going to get out and run. Kobe, you want a three, fast break three? You're going to get a lot of fast break 3-point shots. You get to that corner. Just get to that corner. Lonzo Ball is an amazing facilitator. So don't be surprised if we see that Kobe White gets a lot of open looks from the corner in transition. Don't be surprised if we see Zach LaVine get a lot of open 3-pointers in transition. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. When you got a guy who knows what to do with the ball, who knows how to facilitate, like Lonzo Ball does, it opens up and makes a lot of things easier for a lot of people. A lot of things for a lot of people. A lot of things easier for a lot of people. So what do you expect? I expect him to maybe by the end of the season start playing some back-to-backs. I do. I think they're going to be extremely cautious with him, as they should. But I think the competitor in him is going to want to go. That's what I think, personally. I could be wrong, but I'm probably not. I could be wrong, but I'm probably not. Just saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. But tonight, check them out, baby. Check them out, the Bulls. Only the Bulls. Only the Bulls. 7 o'clock again on the Chicago Sports Network. The new channel, the new sports channel. Listen to them on 670 a.m. Season starts today. As I said, we talked with Darnell Mayberry. They're going to be they're probably going to be an exciting team. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be a winning team. I think this team has a chance because of the youth and the athleticism that they have. They have a chance to be very, very exciting. Doesn't mean it's going to translate to wins. But I'm all in, baby. I'm all in. I want to see the boys play well. I want to see the boys do that thing. And I love playing basketball. All right? I told you, Chicago's a basketball town. I know we're a Bears town, but all in all, Chicago's a basketball town. Everybody plays basketball. And the cool part, everybody plays basketball. And to be at a Bulls game, it's an experience. I will give Reinsdorf this. I don't have a lot of flattering things to say about him and the way he runs the Bulls and the White Sox, but I will say this. Bulls games aren't experience. That's for damn sure. They know how to entertain you, not with the product out of court. Hopefully up until this year. But they know how to entertain you. Are you not entertained? Bulls games are a good time. Great for date night. Take your significant other, the wifey. That's a great thing. Take the wifey out. Take your significant other out, because there's a chance you can get like ghetto fabulous. Like you can wear jeans, you can wear your Jordans, you can wear, the girls can wear their little cut up t-shirts or little Bulls jerseys, whatever. They can, back in the day when they were a little wilder and used to run the streets, you can go there dressed up and still be okay. You don't need layers of clothes like you do in winter during the winter for Bears games if you're outside, you know what I mean? You're inside, you can be seen. It's a good place. It's a good time. The entertainment during commercials, during timeouts is excellent. There's a lot of cool stuff that goes on. I will give them that. They do know how to entertain the crowd at the United Center. Cornelius says Zach LaVine is probably one of the best catch and shoot players in the game. He's pretty good. Booker World, you are a damn fool. He says, I'm coming in my cross colors jean outfit. I'm bringing it back. Oh, man. That is crazy. What color are your jeans? In college, I had orange, purple, and maroon cross-color jeans. Booker World says they're going to be an exciting 38-win team. Yeah, that's about right. I don't know if they're going to hit 500. They're going to be one of those teams that are exciting, but just lose. Just snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Shawn says, yeah, still no Chicago Sports Network on Comcast, and that sucks. Yes, it does. King Booker World said, as far as the cross-colored jeans, he had orange, yellow, and green jeans. Yeah, nice. I had green, like I said, green, the purple, because I went to Holy Cross, and those were our colors, purple and white. And maroon. Dude, that's tight. What we're going to do right here is go back. But tonight, I'm excited to check it out. I'm going to watch it. I may even go to a bar and watch it. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to check out the Bullies. Definitely check out the Bulls. Switching gears. The Bears are back, baby. The Bears are back. All right. Oh, dude, you're snapping. With a Carl Kanai beanie cap and a Lugs boots. I had a pair of Lugs boots. People don't know about Lugs. Lugs were in. They're right around the time. Timberlands took off. Lugs were in back in the day. Back in the early 90s, Lugs were in. So I see you were definitely down with the cause, bro, because you wrote Carl Kanai. A lot of people don't remember Carl Kanai. I actually put that, and it's funny you say that. I actually put that on a thread on Facebook. It said, name a name brand that most people don't know about. And I put Carl Kanai. Oh, when I was a DJ, my junior and senior year, my second semester junior year, I should say, of college, I was a DJ. Man, please. Man, please. Oh, goodness. But anyway, our boys are back, baby. Our boys are back. All right, they're in practice today. Boys had the day regular work schedule. The Bears were off yesterday. They were at practice today. Yes, FUBU. Yeah. Bossware, yep. I don't know a lot about Nubian Nation, bro. That's just a Chicago thing, because I had all the other stuff. But the Bears are back in practice today, and there's a lot of storylines. And here's one of the things that really stinks. Jalen Daniels, quarterback for the Washington Commanders, the number 2 overall pick by the Commanders, selected immediately after Caleb Williams, might not play. He left the game with some bruised ribs. And the coach said it's going to be week to week, not even day to day. So will he play? I don't know. Excuse me. Is it just gamesmanship? Is it just gamesmanship? And now you got to practice because Marcus Mariota came in and finished the deal. They were playing I forgot who they were playing, the Jags. They destroyed them. Luckily, I think they have similar skill sets. Marcus Mariota just never lived up to the big billing he had coming out as the number 2 overall pick out of Oregon. But the guy's good. That's a hell of a backup. But people wanted the number 1 versus number 2 overall pick, Caleb versus Jaden. Jaden had a much better start to the season. Caleb's having a much better middle of the season before Jaden got hurt. Caleb is from DC. You know, I'll text my guy Randy, his high school coach. He'll probably be at the game. All right. Montez Sweat played for the Commanders last year. We just got him from the Commanders last year. So there's a lot of storylines. But the one everyone really wanted to talk about was Caden versus Caleb versus Jaden. I was combining them two. That was a storyline. That might not come to fruition. All right, due to the ribs, the sore ribs of Jaden Daniels. Excuse me. I'm liking our matchup against these Commanders. Washington has a good offense. We got a great defense. I'll put our defense up against anybody. Anybody. I ain't scared. All right, we got Montez Sweat going back. And you know there's going to be a little extra juice for him in this game. All right, the team that drafted you, the team that you played for, and actually led both teams in sacks last year. That's crazy. How nutso was that? He led the Washington Commanders in sacks, then gets traded, and leads the Chicago Bears in sacks. That wasn't difficult. You get 2 sacks and you lead us. You lead the Bears. But the storyline, what they wanted to play, number 1 versus number 2, that's probably not in play. And that's okay, because you know what? The bottom line is you got to do your job against whoever the quarterback is. Storylines are for the media. Storylines are for the fans. Storylines aren't for the players. They don't give a damn. To a certain extent. Caleb's going to have he'll probably have some jitters again going home. Okay, a lot of people. Wonder how many tickets he had to buy. Because the NFL, they don't give their tickets away, not like the NBA. Actually, I don't know if the NBA you have to buy tickets either. But the NBA, NFL, you got to buy your tickets. So if you want 30 people at the game, you got to buy 30 tickets. And tickets aren't cheap. They're not cheap. So I hope that we get to see the matchup Caleb versus Jaden. But if we don't, ni modo. I don't really care. Because our job is going to be stop Marcus Mariota. Stop that run game. Stop that run game first and foremost. Okay, and then we, again, Marcus Mariota and Jaden Daniels have very similar skill sets. So you're not going to be preparing for much difference. But it just would be great to see number 1 versus 2. Last time they played this last year when they played, DJ Moore had 3 touchdowns and 200-something yards. Crazy. So is he going to step up again? Is Keenan Allen going to step up this game? Is Rome going to step up this game? We don't know. That's the crazy part about having all those stud wide receivers. Jay Grizz said, "That was a Jabot fiend. Marite and Francois Gerbeau. Yes. Yes. Because they had the little sign on the zipper. Cornelius Squall says, the only thing I'm concerned with is Caleb's progress. I can care less if Jaden Daniels plays or not. Plank says, is an agreement. Cornelius Squall is damn straight, 100%. Joseph Archer checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Mr. Shorty says, Caleb is being robbed. His theft of the rookie quarterback throne. He's not being robbed. Listen, we've only played 6 games. They played 7. They played 7? You realize we got 10, 11 games left. He's not being robbed. This is exactly how I wanted it to go. I'm telling you, other people are listening to me. Because now I'm starting to hear a whole bunch of other people starting to spit the same shit that I was saying weeks ago. I said this early part of the season was a blessing for us. That not a lot of teams will be able to exploit us, and we can get some chemistry. We can get, more importantly, get some confidence in Caleb and this offense. We're starting to see that. We're starting to see that. Caleb, 7 receivers this past week, 6 receivers the week before. I shouldn't say 7 receivers the last game. 6 receivers he hit the week before that. 8 receivers he hit the week before that. We're starting to see him get real comfortable real fast in this offense. And he's going to get real comfortable. We got 3 more games against bad teams. And you can sit there and say, well, they haven't played anybody. Yeah, you're right. But you know what? That's what I want. I don't want us to have to cut our teeth against tough defenses and us possibly lose. Let's beat up on these busters. Get some confidence. Get some chemistry. Get our timing down before we face better teams. And I know we have the toughest schedule because we're playing 6 of our last 8 games are against our division. And right now there's 5 wins. We're the only team that doesn't have 5 wins in the division because we had a bye. It should be 5-1, but I digress. I want this offense with practice. We're talking about practice. With enough practice and enough time, enough game reps, where they welcome Green Bay in week 11 with open arms. That's where I wanted this offense. And they're getting there. You got 3 more weeks. Do you realize how much growth can happen in 3 weeks? Do you realize where a narrative can change in 3 weeks? Jaden Daniels, what if he doesn't play? What if he does play? Because if he does play, here's what I want the Bears to do. You better hit that son of a bitch. You better hit that son of a gun hard as a mother Hubbard. Every time. Legally. Do not, no cheap shots. Legally, go after his ribs. Legally. Shoulder pads, face mask in the ribs. Make him feel it. Legally. Run through him. I see your point, Shorty. He said, Cornelius, I so badly wanted Caleb to dominate Jaden Daniels and steal the national media darling from him. I get it. I get it. You're on a national stage. It got flexed. All right, remember. It was all the world. This game got flexed. All right, it was a 12 o'clock game, but they moved it to 3:25. National game. A lot more eyes on you. You know, I think that's a good thing. See, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. And I know this is not a huge game, but there's a lot of riding on this game. All right, you still got the. And I know Caleb's gonna say I'm not worried about. It's not. I'm not playing Jaden because he's not. He's playing their defense. Jaden's not playing Caleb. Jaden's playing our defense. But let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. If you don't think Caleb is a competitor, you're nuts. If you don't think Caleb likes or is annoyed by all the hype that Jaden Daniels has gotten, you're nuts. If you don't think Caleb wants all that attention for him, say, hey, I'm the number one pick for a reason, you're nuts. This dude wants to show everybody this is why they picked me number one and not number two. What does Shaq say? I'm the first pick. Word is born in, not a Christian Laettner, not Alonzo Mourning. And what's up, Doc? But if you don't think he wants to show out, I think this is one of those times, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I think this is one of those times Caleb really wants to worry about his numbers and really get it up and get the numbers up against an opponent. I think this might be the game where he cares about the numbers, the efficiency, 26 of 29, 22, you know what I mean? 32 of 36, 300 yards, at least 2 tutties, no picks. I think that's what he wants because of all the hype, because everyone said Jaden Daniels is this, because he might not be getting all the limelight and the love that he wants or he feels he deserves. King Booker World. So this will be the two 100-yard wide receivers game. So you're talking Keenan Allen and DJ Moore, or is it DJ Moore and Rome Odunze? Is it Rome Odunze or Keenan Allen? I don't know how interesting way you phrased it. Mr. Shorty said, agreed, Shawn. You know Caleb is pissed deep down inside that everybody is tossing Jaden salad. I don't know about tossing a salad, but I get you. Oh, so you think DJ and Rome are going to get 100 yards? That'd be dope. Okay. This is a game. This is a game. A game that shut a lot of people up. Shut a lot of people up. Bruja, I know he did. Some of his NIL or signing bonus money into tickets for his homecoming. Yeah, you know he did. Like I said, I got to call my guy Randy and see if he's going to the game. Yeah. But the Commanders are what, 5-1? So you're not just beating. It's not just we're playing them. It's the record they have. Commanders are a good team. They're 5-2. Excuse me, 5-2 above the NFC East. So you're going up against a first place team in their house. Another storyline. You don't think Caleb wants to excel in someone's house in his backyard? Caleb grew up over there. He's from the DC area, from DC. Went to Gonzaga High School where my buddy Randy Trivers coached him. Played with Olu Fashanu at Gonzaga High School. Yeah, there's a lot of storylines. Let's not forget the Montez Sweat game. No, we did not, Bruja. Bruja 7 definitely didn't forget that. So I'm looking forward to seeing how well they play, how well they come out. First place team, all the storylines. Here's a chance to beat a first place team. How many times have people said in the last couple of weeks, well, you only beat Tennessee, you only beat Carolina, you only. They're talking all this shit, King Booker World, about who the Bears beat. How unimpressive it is who they beat. Well, now you're facing the first place team in the NFC East. The team that had three teams in the playoffs last year? So you got a legit first place team for our Bears to go beat. And when they do, what's the story? Jaden's ribs were hurt? There's got to be something. King Booker World says, Caleb trying to go into their house and put his feet up on the table. He goes, this might be your house, but this is my neighborhood. These are my people. These are my people. So I'm looking forward to it. Some of the things we talked about or we've heard, trade possibilities and candidates. So we heard, hold on. So what's really frustrating is so many people, especially on Twitter, are like, per sources, or we've heard. Well, who did you hear from? Khalil Herbert has some serious interest from 4 teams. Herbert, and this is from ML Football on Twitter. Herbert has been linked to the Cowboys, Bengals, and Colts by league front office personnel. He's an impending free agent. I think Minnesota was interested in him as well. But also Nate Davis. There's a lot of talk about Nate Davis garnering a lot of attention. Garnering a lot of attention on the trade market. Here's another person who says, source. Again, we don't know. All you got to do is put that source to kind of cover your ass, and you may not even know what the hell you're talking about. You may, but you may not. The Bears have contacted the Browns regarding a potential Myles Garrett trade, but no details were communicated, just preliminary conversations. So Ryan Poles and Coda want to make sure they don't overpay at the deadline, but want to make an addition to bolster their roster. Now, would you trade a second-round pick for Myles Garrett? King Hooker World said, like Eddie Murphy daddy, it's my casa y yo vivo aquí. Mr. Shorty says, Myles Garrett, thank you. Yeah, Michelle, it makes sense to trade Bayless Jones, but who's going to take him? Who's going to take him? And what are they giving back? Junior says, please get rid of that pile of steaming boop, boop, boop. Nate Davis. Who's good? Yeah, I hope you get something back for him. Armando says, yes, I would trade a second for Garrett. You're goddamn right, I'd trade a second for Garrett. You might have to trade a second and a fourth, and I'll do that because you know what? You're getting a proven commodity, a Pro Bowler who's young. Hell yeah, you pair him with Montez Sweat on the other side? Come on, man. Now you're cooking with gas. Now you're cooking with gas. Shorty, 3-second round. I think that might be a little much, but Mr. Shorty, what you're talking, you know what Garrett is. This is why I'll trade a second round pick for him. Everyone talks about picks. No. Listen. You go give me, let me know what I got. You don't know what you got in draft picks. You don't know. Myles Garrett has been a performer year in and year out since he got into the league. It might be costly to get Myles Garrett. Let me check his excuse me. His contract. Let's check it out right here. All right, so he 24, 25, 26. He already got most of his money already in the signing bonus. Yeah, he got 40. So here's what he signed for. 5 years, 125 mil. In 24, Garrett will earn a base salary of $1.2 million and a signing bonus of 18.9. So 19 million, 20 mil. You got space. About the same next year. You can void the deal in 27. And the cap's going up, so you got space. If you void the deal in 27, it's unrestricted free agents, they can void the deal. Who can void it? Wow. Yep. Okay. I'd be all in on it. I'd be all in. I'd be all in like a Mother Hubbard. I'd be all in like a Mother Hubbard. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't anticipate the Bears winning the Super Bowl this year. I know, contrary to Shorty's beliefs, Mr. Shorty has not backed off one iota about the Bears winning the Super Bowl with a rookie quarterback. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl. However, if things align, what's happening in San Francisco right now? What did we talk about? What did I talk about a few weeks ago? What did I talk about before the season? What happens when we get there? Dude, the two receivers are out. Deebo Samuels is puking his freaking guts out all day like pneumonia. Brandon Ayuk is out with a broken ankle. Christian McCaffrey, who knows if that dude's ever coming back. So all of a sudden that San Francisco team that we thought was so tough might not be so tough. Who else in the NFC really scares you? Who else really, really scares you in the NFC? And this is why I love Ryan Poles. This is exactly what Ryan Poles is doing. I don't expect us to win a Super Bowl, but if the things fall in line, if the chips fall in our favor, I don't want to be caught with my pants down. Atlanta, Tampa Bay, they're 4-3. Seattle's 4-3. We got Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay. If things fall our way, you don't want to be, oh man, if I was thinking next year. No, you go this year because things happen. People get hurt. This is the NFL. That means not for long. So you go, you make that trade, you're ready just in case. What if this offense starts clicking after those 3 weeks? What if this offense, because of the defense, you go make that trade, now you get a hell of a lot more shorter fields. You don't think that they're going to have a lot of meetings at the quarterback? Montez Sweat and Myles Garrett? Come on, man. Along with Gervon Dexter and Andrew Billings? You don't think that they're going to have a lot of organizational meetings at the quarterback this year, the rest of the year? You're nuts. You're nuts. And have defense, we'll travel. And if this offense picks it up, watch out. You'll be ready. And Shorty, they will have a shot. It's not so far-fetched anymore. And you were on it all the time, and I gave you shit about it. I was teasing you, now you're crazy, it's not going to happen, blah, blah. And now, all of a sudden, now look how shit played out. Look how it played out. All right, you got all these people hurt. Look at all the wide receivers that are hurt. Rashee Rice, which is why, if you, I didn't even say this yet. D-Hop, DeAndre Hopkins is getting traded to the Kansas City Chiefs. Came across the wire real early this morning, because Rashee Rice is out for the season. So D-Hop's going to go over there. Brandon Ayuk out for the season. Puka Nacua is on IR. Cooper Kupp on IR. Nico Collins, hamstring on IR. Adam Thielen, hamstring, IR. Rashid Shaheed, knee, out for the season. Hollywood Brown, shoulder, out for the season. Not to mention what happened to the wide receivers in Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, out, most likely out for the season. Mike Evans, out for a couple weeks, probably with a hamstring. Remember, Debo has like pneumonia-like illness, so he's going to be out for a few weeks. And just when he's come back, you don't think that he's going to be, you think he's going to be at 100%? No, not when you come back from an illness like that. DJ Metcalf is week to week. Look at all these things. Yeah, Ayuk towards ACL and MCL. Juju Smith-Schuster out. There's a whole bunch of a whole bunch of injuries going on to star wide receivers. And if you don't have receivers who can get open with our pass rush, because Bruja said the only obstacle right now is our own division. And he's like, well, Bruja 7 said that. He goes, but then he says, I'm getting ahead of myself. Washington is a current obstacle. Yeah. But let's keep it real. Washington, I told you, we talked about it. Jonathan Allen's out, tore his pec. So what's their pass rush going to look like? You're going to give Caleb all day? You're going to give Caleb all day to find DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet, DeAndre Swift? You'll give them all day to find those guys? What if Jaden Daniels doesn't play? What if he plays and he do exactly what I say and they knock him out of the game because they put a face mask in his ribs? Things are starting to take form. Things are really starting to take form. And I'm all down. Go get him. If you could get him 20 million next year, done. Done deal. And I didn't see if he could avoid it or the team could avoid it after next season. But if it's a team, yes. If it's a team that can avoid it, you know damn well they're not going to avoid that contract. It'll be 19, it'll be 12, 8. Yeah, so I'd be all in on getting Myles Garrett. Sweat and Garrett on the ends? You know what that does? That solidifies our D-line. Next year, our first 2 or 3 picks, offensive linemen. That solidifies it. Man, you talk about putting a stamp on that Mother Hubbard? Yes. Yes. I'm in. For a second or a third or 2 draft picks? Hell, you can have Nate Davis. Take Nate Davis. You could take Nate Davis at a second. Just give me Myles Garrett. I just want to see, man, I want to see if they pull this off, Ryan Poles, you are the man. Because if they pull this off, they are Super Bowl contenders this freaking year. Legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Legit. Because there's nobody in the NFC that scares me. I'm not worried about Detroit. Detroit's a good team, and I don't disrespect them by any means. I think we match up well against them. Minnesota. I don't know how long this fairy tale season is going to last with Darnold, but I think the law firm of Sweat, Dexter, and Garrett would have something to say about it. And then Green Bay is Green Bay. I'm not scared of them. I just know that they're always an issue for us. So it's really no one I'm scared of, especially if we get Myles Garrett. Come on, baby. And here's the thing. Ryan Poles has created enough cap space just for situations like this. You're a fool. Mr. Shorty says, oh, I knew I should have put $1,000 on them to win the Super Bowl this year. Ryan Poles has always been active, has been active before the deadline. Why not? He's made big splashes. Chase Claypool. I know it didn't pan out, but that was a big splash. We got a 6'3", 6'4" receiver with all that athleticism who could run and jump and catch high point balls. No, did he? Had a phenomenal rookie season in Pittsburgh. Just didn't work out here. Then he goes against Montez Sweat next year. What if he goes against Myles Garrett? I'm telling you, if he goes against Myles Garrett, he will be the best GM in Chicago Bears history. He will be the best GM because what he will have done, he will have put us in a position to be Super Bowl contenders for the next 5 years. Including this year. All of Caleb's rookie contract, we will be Super Bowl contenders. When the news breaks that the Bears are trading for Myles Garrett, watch how this city explodes. Watch. Shorty says, if they get Garrett, I'll jump outside of my skin. It's there. It's there. Plank says, Ryan, never not working polls. You're damn right. It's there. Well, listen, guys, 2 hours is come and gone. Man, what a great show. What a great, great, great show. Listen, make sure you follow on YouTube. Tell your people about it. You get all the good shit here first, because I know my shit. And let's not forget, on Friday. All right, showtime has changed. I'll be on at 2:30 in the afternoon. All right, I just can't move it. There's nothing. I can't do anything about it. And we have Lakina and Sid on Friday, 12:15 to 2:15. So 2:30, I'll be on Friday. Make sure I'll be on in the afternoon. Get you through the afternoon. All right. But listen, I got to run. You guys have a phenomenal day. It's a nice day here in Chicago. You're an idiot. King Booker Will said, the Bears get Garrett. I'm driving to Green Bay just to give someone the finger. Oh, King Booker Will, you are a fool. I'm telling you, you're a damn fool. You know what's funny? I might drive up there with you. I'll be hanging out the window. Hey, guys, if you're in the Chicagoland area, enjoy. It's going to be 60s today. Nice little hoodie weather. Light jacket weather. All right. And as I always tell you, make sure your loved ones know you love them. Make sure you send them a text, a voice memo. Let them know that you care about them, because tomorrow is definitely promised to nobody. This show will re-air tonight at 6 o'clock. All right. I will see you guys on Friday at 2:30. 2:30 Friday afternoon. All right. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the Superback, Shawn Sierra. I am out.